Well, Marvel's Daredevil Born Again is born again again. Marvel makes moves on their Daredevil show. Actually, in a sign of potentially a good move, have decided to hire the executive producer of The Punisher, Netflix's The Punisher, as the showrunner. So that's a really good sign. Not so good sign is also hiring Loki and Moon Knight duo to direct. Not a terrible sign, just as an FYI. Not a terrible sign. The main good thing here is The Punisher, executive producer, is the showrunner. So let's take a look, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new here. In revealing this is a Bounding Into Comics article, by the way, and they write, in revealing the first major changes to the series' production direction since its initial incarnation was scrapped entirely. Not strictly true. They've kept a bunch of footage, apparently. Although it's still beyond me why they got just under halfway through an entire 18-episode series and then realised what they've made is garbage. You'd think someone was looking at stuff daily. Marvel has officially announced their selections for 2 of Daredevil Born Again's most important creative positions. And so, like I said, there is some good stuff here. So as first revealed by The Hollywood Reporter in an October 27th exclusive, where once The Man Without Fear's second solo outing had no specific showrunner, because that's the thing about Marvel, is they didn't have showrunners, right? They didn't. They had producers and loads of creative sort of contradictions going on. So this is a good thing. Having a showrunner is a really good thing. It also means we squarely know where the blame goes when there's an issue. But whatever. So now, basically now we've got television producer, an experienced television producer, Scardapane's most recent credits. Dario Scardapane, who was again the executive producer on board The Punisher. So good news, that is good news. Now, interestingly, that individual was actually a consulting producer on Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. So if you liked that and you like The Punisher, then maybe this is a good sign for you. Now, further, while the series' second pass will still seek to use some of its back to the drawing board footage, the directorial duo, Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, will be stepping in to tackle Daredevil Born Again's remaining workload. Now, I don't think they're bad. I actually really like Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. They've done a whole bunch of Lovecraftian films, right? They are indie filmmakers. They've done some very good, very, very, very good Lovecraftian films. Really, really, really decent stuff. Spring, Endless. They're really good. Very, very, very good. But I do feel like some of their work was watered down on the likes of Moon Knight, for instance. They also did Synchronic as well. But their work within Marvel hasn't showcased that. And that's why it's a bit, am I excited by this? Because I like them. When they're doing their own stuff, I really like their own stuff is great. Genuinely, very, very, very good stuff. So, I guess I've got to par it up. They're going to be tackling the majority of the remaining stuff. Great directors under a new showrunner who did The Punisher as well as Amazon's Jack Ryan. So, I guess that's really good news. I'm just hoping that the machine of Marvel doesn't step in too much like they have done in the past. That's the downside here. But anyway, it is what it is. This is a move in the right direction. Now, as a bit of background, they came up in the world of indie thrillers with such popular films as The Endless, Synchronic. Benson and Moorhead have spent recent years dabbling within the MCU, directing the Summon the Suit and the Tomb episodes of Moon Knight, and the Ouroboros and the Heart of the TVA episodes of Loki second season, prior to their transfer to Daredevil. So they're kind of in now with Marvel, it seems. Now, notably, this update to the series production team, and more specifically its hiring of Scardapane to serve as an explicit showrunner, comes less than 3 weeks after Marvel realised that their slapdash cobble the story together and editing approach to television was not working. As noted by The Hollywood Reporter's Boris Kitt at the time of Daredevil Born Again's quality delay, Marvel found itself in this predicament after having eschewed the traditional TV making model. So they wouldn't do a pilot, they just make it. It didn't commission pilots, but instead shot entire $150 million plus seasons of TV on the fly. It didn't hire showrunners, but instead depended on film executives to run its series. And as Marvel does for its movies, it relied on post-production and reshoots to fix what wasn't working. Which is a terrible approach, and that's why they're in financial disarray. And they'd already announced this. This is a pretty big move, because it's very unusual for them to, I guess, announce a fault and then actually follow through on changing it. I mean, they just never do this. So as it moves forward, Marvel is making concrete changes in how it makes TV. It now has plans to hire showrunners. Gal's post-production work on She-Hulk helped Marvel see that it would be helpful for its shows to have a creative through line from start to finish. As if that's rocket science. Like, round of applause to Marvel for doing what everyone else does and realising that that's, you know, what you should have been doing from the start. Like, really? Come on. So it also is revamping its development process. Showrunners will write pilots and show Bibles. The days of Marvel shooting an entire series, from She-Hulk to Secret Invasion, then looking at what's working and what's not, are done. So this is good. Now, Daredevil Born Again doesn't have an official premiere date. But there was a recent filing made by Disney with the United States Copyright Office suggesting that Matt Murdock and crew will land on the company's streaming service in about 2025. I think this is good news. My main concern is about Benson and Moorhead, not concern of them, because they're great. I love their films, genuinely. I think their films are great. But it's more specifically, are they going to get watered down? I'm hoping that the Punisher's executive producer, now the showrunner of this, will be great and just go, you know what, we've clearly hired you for a reason because you're good at what you do. Go off, do it. Go and do what you are very good at. So Daredevil Born Again has been born again. The memes write themselves with this. So what do you guys think? Good news, bad news? I'd love to hear it. Like I said, personally, the main concern is just Benson and Moorhead not getting not a free reign, but an element of freedom to do their thing, because they are good and they should be recognised as such. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.